Hello everyone and welcome to Clean Hands, Clear Future, the podcast where we talk about keeping the world a healthier and safer place, one clean hand at a time. I'm David, your host for today, and I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts Sarah and Rebecca.
Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here. Right, so infection prevention and control, what a topic, right?
Absolutely. I know it doesn't sound like the most glamorous subject, but trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll see why it's not just important, it's downright fascinating.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Infection prevention and control, or IPC, as the cool kids call it, has a surprisingly long history. Sarah, give us the rundown.
All right, so let's rewind to the 19th century. Picture this: doctors delivering babies without washing their hands, bouncing between autopsies and maternity wards. Enter Ignaz Semmelweis, the OG hand-washing advocate.
Semmelweis, the man who said, hey, maybe we shouldn't have death on our hands, literally.
Exactly. In the 1840s, Semmelweis noticed that women in maternity wards were dying from what we now call puerperal fever. He figured out that when doctors washed their hands with a chlorine solution, mortality rates plummeted.
Puerperal fever, try saying that fast 3 times in a row. But he wasn't exactly celebrated for it, was he?
No, people thought he was crazy. It took decades before his ideas were widely accepted. Don't even get me started on Joseph Lister, the guy who pioneered antiseptic surgery in the 1860s.
Listerine, anyone?
That's where it comes from. Lister realised that cleaning surgical instruments and wounds reduced infections. Revolutionary at the time, and now it's just common sense.
And then, of course, you've got the 20th century, antibiotics, vaccines, and the rise of modern hygiene practices. All of this paved the way for the IPC standards we rely on today.
So fast forward to 2025, you think we'd have it all figured out by now, right?
You'd think, but then COVID-19 happened and the world got a crash course in how important infection control really is.
Exactly. And that pandemic reminded us that germs don't care. They don't care about borders, politics, or how tired we are of wearing masks.
And even post-COVID, we're still dealing with antimicrobial resistance, hospital-acquired infections, and new pathogens popping up. Rebecca, you've been in healthcare, you've seen this firsthand.
Oh, for sure. Let me tell you, it's not just about keeping hospitals clean, it's about protecting everyone. Patients, staff, visitors. If we don't stick to IPC protocols, something as simple as a small wound can turn into a life-threatening infection.
And it's not just hospitals, schools, offices, public transport, it's everywhere. I mean, who else now carries hand sanitizer like it's a fashion statement?
Guilty as charged.
I knew it.
Not as much anymore.
So how do we keep the message of infection control alive without sounding like a broken record?
I think it's about making it relatable. For example, did you know you touch your face about 20 times an hour on average?
What? That's unsettling. Although I'd rather I touch my own face 16 times an hour than someone else, but never mind.
Right. And think about all the things we touch. Door handles, phones, keyboards. It's like playing tag with germs all day.
Exactly, but small actions make a big difference. Washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, coughing into your elbow, cleaning your phone. Have you seen those studies about what they swab on the surface of your phone?
I don't even want to think about it. I can't remember the last time I cleaned my phone. And let's not forget vaccinations, always very topical, especially at the moment. Getting vaccinated isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting everyone around you, loved ones, family, friends, work colleagues, etc.
Yes, herd immunity for the win.
All right, folks, we've covered briefly the history, the why, and the how of infection prevention and control. Sarah, Rebecca, any final thoughts?
Just remember, IPC isn't a one-time thing, and it's not just for Christmas. It's a mindset. It's about taking small steps every day to keep yourself and others safe.
And don't underestimate the power of education. Share what you've learned with others. Make infection control a team effort.
Well said. So, thanks for joining us on our first episode of Clean Hands, Clear Future. Still not entirely certain about the title. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, clean hands are happy hands.
Don't forget to join us next time.
And leave us a 5-star review.
We will see you next time. Take care.